So if you are into tech and you are thinking of which programming language should you learn first, this video is for you. First and foremost, before you decide which of the programming language to learn first, there are some factors that you need to consider. And one of the factors that you need to consider is your goal and your interest. What is your goal and your interest? We have people who move to the tech industry with the aim of learning web development. We have some persons who move to the tech industry with the aim of going into mobile application development. And we also have others who move into the industry to go into data analysis, AI. While we also have some who go into the tech industry with the aim of going into game development. We also have some who go into the industry with the aim of doing embedded system. So this goal and interest will determine the programming language that you will have to learn. Let's say, for example, you decide to go into web development. If you're going into web development, of course, the programs that you should learn are this. The languages that you need to learn, they are like this. Number one, you should learn HTML. It is very, very important because it's like the bony framework of websites in the web. After HTML, you will learn CSS, which is cascading style sheets. You use CSS to make every item you see on the web look beautiful and nice. After CSS, you also learn JavaScript. When you learn JavaScript, all this together helps you gain a ground in the website design field. Let's say now you go into it for mobile application development. If you are going into tech and you want to do mobile application development, is either you are going to be creating mobile app for iOS, iPhone operating system, or you'll be creating mobile apps for Android. And if you are creating for iOS, you know that you should learn Swift. Swift language is used to create apps for iOS. And if you are creating application for Android, you know you will learn Kotlin. You will learn Kotlin because Kotlin is the language you use to create mobile application for Android. And let's say your interest is data analysis or artificial intelligence, AI. The programming language you should learn is Python or R. Python or R. When you learn Python or R, it will help you work effectively in data analysis and AI. Another area, let's say your area is game development. You want to go into game development. The programming language you should learn is C Sharp, and or Unity. C Sharp or Unity. And now let's say you are going into embedded system. You are going into embedded system or IoT, Internet of Things. You should learn C++ or C. So these are the programming languages that you will learn depending on your area of interest. Another thing you need to consider when trying to decide which programming language you should learn is the ease of learning. Some programs are very easy to learn, while some programs, the learning time is longer. So you also consider the ease of learning the program. Some programs are very beginner friendly. So programs are very, very beginner friendly, and they also have a very big community. That is, when you are learning the program, you have a large pool of community that you can chat with, you can communicate with when you need help. At times, physically you can have people, because the languages are common, you can have people you can physically consult around you. And also online, you have a very big community, people you can ask questions online. So you have more people to communicate with as you practice, as you learn this programming language. Another aspect is job market demand. Another thing you need to look out for before choosing which of the programming language to learn is the job market demand. Some languages are very useful in a certain location. While in some location you may not be able to use a certain language. In some countries, they prefer to do their web development or their application development using Python. So if you are a web application developer who is only good at writing PHP or using Laravel framework or any of the PHP framework, and you find yourself in that kind of location where they require Python, and probably somebody who is very good at using Python frameworks like Django or Flask or any other of them that are existing, you'll be required to first learn this Python before you thrive in that location. So, and also, most of the jobs, they state the programming language that they require you to know as a developer for you to work with them. So what I usually advise people is, for you to really know the languages that are in demand in the job market, you have to do a bit of research. If you go to all these job sites, like if you go to LinkedIn, when you see the job placements, they will put it there, the language that they require their developer to know. So when you check them, from there you know the language that is in demand, then you learn. So those are the way you pick which programming language to go into. I've already said it in my previous video. After picking the programming language that you want to go into, for you to become better programming that language, there are some things that you need to do. I talked about how you should keep building, constantly building projects. It will help you build your skill, not just learning alone. As you are learning, try to also put them into practice. Pick up a problem to solve. Try to develop an application that will solve that problem. You don't have to pick up something very difficult. Pick up something very easy. Solve that problem. As you keep moving like that, solving problems, building projects, you become better in that programming language.